new Minivan position.
What up, though? As long as I can make a sound, my artistry will be around. Long after I'm in the ground and one person feels what I said, I have purpose. It was worth it.
Minivan Musician, episode 16.
16.
So, this past week you released the Diamonds from Verb mixtape. How's the reception been on that?
The reception's been really good. I gotta admit, I'm like really happy about how people, the input I've gotten from people. Even, I mean, you know, they're finally giving feedback, and it's extra good because I'm not able to really put the tracks on YouTube or anything, you know, because of the copyright shit. So it's been really great. I think I gotta let everybody know to go to donverb.com to get it. I mean, I've also got it on Bandcamp and a few other sites, but if you get it from my website, this is just gonna ask you for your email. Give your email. Who gives a shit? Because guess what? The tool on the website is supposed to give me a list of those. It don't give them to me anyway. So I'm not getting your email out of it. And plus, you know, I'm probably gonna go ahead and add like a bonus song to it or something like that. And there's been a few limitations on other sites. There's certain songs they won't let me put on it. So you get the whole thing from my website, and you get to hear the other stuff that I've got. So donverb.com's got it. Yeah, the reception's been great, and even more importantly, and maybe this reflects in how people have been about it, I'm happy with it. And honestly, I can never find myself being 100% happy with anything that I've made. I hear the little tiny errors that no one else hears and all that, but this thing came out really well. Definitely still doing the infamous Mob. Wanted to be out June 20th if coronavirus don't kill everybody. And yeah, it's good. I'd love input from everybody who follows me on social media and everything like that. If you just follow me on YouTube, search me on Facebook, I'm like obviously real active on there. Search me on IG. You know, I'd love people's input and feedback on what I did on this, but I'm hearing that I did the beats justice, and I'm proud of that, and so that's where it's at.
So, you've got something to say, maybe like an unpopular opinion. Huh. Who would have thought? About rappers and other artists promoting online?
Yeah. As far as that goes, I don't think that spam is a thing. And what I mean by that is if you're an artist or yeah, any kind of artist, or even maybe a small business owner, but we'll say rapper because that's what I'm experienced with dealing with, you should be posting your links 50 times a day. You may get one or two people that complain they're tired of seeing it too much. You should inbox music to people who, you know, just keep it to people who will more than likely want it. But I see a lot of cats getting dissed for like quote unquote spamming. But what's interesting about that is anybody out there, whether you're an artist or not, go ahead and throw a story up. Or if you have like a group page or like a fan page, something like that, throw something up and look at your stats for the reach. Facebook's going to make it to where when you post something, the same 13 people, I have 5,000 people. A lot of times I'll put up a story that is kind of conducive with what Facebook wants to be posted. It has something to do with like the interest of the majority of those 5,000 people, but their algorithm sees to it that 13 people see it. That was what my last story. The one before that was 32. So what I'm getting at, post the shit a lot, constantly, maybe change it up, like add hashtags to it that are slightly different. I've been telling people to do things like I've been putting these little videos up, like you can look at my page at Don Verb Red Team on Facebook to see what I mean, but I've been putting these little videos up that are slightly different, that give a snippet of the song and all that kind of thing. So I do change it up, so if the same people are seeing the same shit, at least they're seeing a variation of it. Okay, if I post 50 posts today for my album, and you know, I'll get it, it'll get banned. It don't take for anybody to report it, anything like that. If I post it 50 times, or God forbid if I cross post it in 10 different groups that are actually that actual subject, like, you know, put it in like 10 different hip hop groups, 6 of which I moderate, it'll get taken down and I won't be able to post in groups for a week. And you guys may think that that's Facebook, keeping Facebook clean, like keeping it, you know, to where it's not littered with bullshit. No, that's not what Facebook's doing at all with that. Because I'll tell you what, I can go to their ad section, I can buy an ad of the same thing, and I can make a $50 budget every day for it, and I can close my advertising radius down to 10 miles, and I can close the age group down, excuse me, from 18 to 35, and all that stuff, meaning that 50 times I would have posted it on my own, that's not okay. Those 10 groups that are that subject, that's not okay either. But to inundate everybody within a 10-mile radius of me that's like the same age as me and make sure they see it like 5,000 times so they can give me an impression number and charge me that $50 a day and use up the whole budget, that's okay. If you're paying for it, it's okay. So, I mean, to complain about your friends like spamming, number one, it's a lot like commercials on TV. You know what I mean? Like the Art Van commercial going to show 150 times today if you're still using regular cable, you know, or it's like the paid ads on Facebook or this or that. Like, you know, when you sign into your email, you don't have to look at it. You can scroll right past it. You don't have to support, even though I think that you should.
You can unfollow or fucking delete the person. I do it to you fucking people all the time.
You have so many choices. So what I'm saying is, it's your fucking responsibility if you're an artist to basically blast that shit. Because if you know anything about advertising, it takes 3 or more times of somebody seeing you and getting an informed picture of what you are before they'll even consider visiting your business. And that's seeing you, meaning you're hearing a jingle, you're actually being forced to look at a TV. You're not forced, but it's on the TV screen. So imagine how many times it takes for someone new who likes hip-hop, who likes boom bap, to actually see my shit and actually pay attention to it. They're going to have to see it 10 times. So if you're in my feed and we're tight, you're going to see it 20, 30 times, and you just got to deal with it. Because this is what I do. When you have a small business, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to share it. And by sharing it, I'm going to see your post more often. It's all an algorithm. So while I am going to advise people and teach people how to get new people to see their shit through Facebook posts, which is almost impossible now, but I figured out some ways to do it. I'm going to do that at a later time. What I'm saying for now is that spamming is okay. So many times I've thought that I'm oversharing something, or I'm being a little too forward by inboxing something to someone, and that's where I've gotten a fan. So, you know, or I've talked myself up too much on a Reddit post, like, oh, they're going to think this is cocky, they're going to ban it, you know, I'm new here. And I've literally gotten a fan and a producer out of that in a 15-minute time frame. So post it often. Obviously do a little bit of slight alteration at least, you know what I mean? Like if you released an album, you know, don't just keep sharing album links, share individual song links and shit like that. But yeah, I think that our friends who don't do the creative endeavors or don't have their own businesses should not only be cool with seeing their friend go by them, just like they'd see Progressive Insurance or something like that they're not going to tap. You know what I'm saying? They should support it. They should tell them to do it. Like, hey, I'm tired of seeing you know, whatever cash advance. You know, I'd rather see more of your ads. But that's just my take on it. It popped in my head one day. I used to, and I still do, like hold back, like, oh, I posted too much today. No, based on Facebook's algorithms and the fact that it's worked for me, I think spam is what you should do. It's not actually spam, but, you know, I'm using the wrong terminology. But yeah, mass blast that shit, period.
Supposed to do that flow face off.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool, yeah. I call it the flow face off now. That might be the name of it, but I'm still taking suggestions for the name. So we're doing it a little bit different. What we're going to do is, normally it's going to be two very different MCs on a similar topic. And we're going to kind of pick which one, you know, we think did a little better. You know, eventually it might even be a tournament style thing, but I haven't put that together yet. We'll see how people like this. So the first one, okay. You don't gotta like me, your bitch do. Blowing up my phone like I miss you. You know I love you by the way I kiss you. Leave me to bleed. I know I got you on your knees, but something keeps telling me, leave it alone, I'm good on my own. Mama missed me at home, but I'm good on my own.
I mean, not a song I would probably pick for myself to listen to. It's not terrible, though, I guess. 3, sure. Why not?
3? Yeah, I thought it was decent on the topic. Similar topic, different MC. What's a nice girl? Actually,
Who the fuck was that?
no, I'll say you after this one.
Hmm.
What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this? You want to take my chips. I want to take you on trips. So you can help me get my money. Go ahead, try it for me. Here's the story of my honey. I'm the owner and I'll do more than bone you. Maybe help you advance like Prince did Apollonia. Same amount of bars.
I mean, I like the Prince reference. 3.5.
Okay. So Guru beat Lil Peep.
Oh,
The
Jesus.
first one was Lil Peep Hellboy. And Guru's, damn, I forget the name of the song. But yeah, it was a Guru's, similar relationship type thing. So 3.5 to 3. To be honest with you, you take that Prince reference out of there, I think you'd agree with me. I like Peep's verse better.
I don't really give a fuck.
I can't
either,
fuck
to be
with
honest.
I'm the owner and I'll do more than bone you. Like that. All right, so I wonder if I died with tears come to her eyes. Forgive me for my disrespect. Forgive me for my lies.
Come on, dude, really?
My baby mother's 8 months. Her little sister's 2. Who's to blame for both of them?
No,
brother, not you. I swear to God, I just want to slip my wrist and end this bullshit. Throw the magnet in my head, threaten to pull shit.
Squeeze.
All right, so obviously.
It's my favorite Biggie song ever written. It's a 5.
It's a 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on the suicidal tip. All right.
Please tell me that wasn't the one you didn't know.
No.
Okay.
No. Actually, it's this one. All this other shit I'm talking about, they think they know it. I've been praying for somebody to save me. No one's heroic. And my life don't even matter. I know it. I know it. I know I'm hurting deep down, but I can't show it. I never had a place to call my own. I never had a home. Ain't nobody calling my phone. Where you been? Where you at? What's on your mind? They say every life precious, but nobody care about mine.
It's a 5.
Logic.
Yeah, I like the lyrics. I hate the person, just so y'all know.
Why you hate him, man?
Logic fucking sucks, man. Like, I don't think he writes his shit anyway.
Yes, he does.
He does?
It's so basic
well,
most of the time.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Nobody else could write. I mixed. I sort of got a mix.
I don't fucking like the guy. He's fucking corny. Like, he sucks as a human being. Maybe he should have fucking followed his own.
What do you do as a human being? This is a
I don't
sidebar.
like him. He's
Did
annoying.
you do anything bad that I can?
Not that I know of, just being fucking annoying as shit.
I wanted to be able to say he did something bad, so I could, because I can never explain why I don't like him. I'd like to have a better reason.
He's annoying as fuck.
He's just pure corn. But that was that 1-800-suicide song.
Yeah, see, I like the lyrics to that shit, but, like, am I gonna play it? No. If I want a suicide song, I got 5,000 them bitches that are better.
Let's get into some battle style shit. Okay. Soul of a 70s number man, I could throw a curve underhand. This for the streets, not summer jam. This ain't for the fans that want to hear pop and snap. Drunk off Ciroc and the yak, all y'all can watch from the back. This ain't for self-proclaimed legends that nobody want to hear from. Scared, get a gun, come to peers, I got none. This ain't for bandwagon fans, sit y'all asses in the same spot. Y'all the same brothers made Trinidad James hot. This ain't no Kendrick Lamar, the brother got bars. I heard his shit and wasn't offended at all. And as it played, I heard him say I wasn't mentioned with y'all.
5.
Do you know who it is?
No.
Interesting. That one I knew.
Well, who is it?
You'll see when this one's over.
You're so annoying.
It's weird that I picked that one because I didn't do this on purpose. Hit the hallway, then hit the closet, you see a rifle. Aim it at your arteries, pardon me, parts of me is psycho. In retrospect, my respect was a Power Ranger high note. Tumbling backwards into a karate kick and high note. My innocence would eventually see a hindrance. Surrendering Ninja Turtles, pizza, and Sega Genesis. Heard it over my bunk bed, ear hustling. Something my papa said caught my attention. His eyes red, he's smoking on marijuana, mixing it to 11. He said I'm 7, going on 67. The day I turned 17 is the day that the lesson inside my lifetime. I messed the end of that up, but you get the gist.
I like it. I'm gonna give it like a 4.5 though, because like a lot of those fucking references get super old to me. I love all that shit just as much as all you fucking nerd ass people do, but it really irritates me when it's like
like
constant.
reference a different cartoon.
Stop talking about fucking comic books and
I
wrestling
don't hear
and
a
shit.
lot
I
of
don't care.
Animaniacs. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about Dot. Let's talk about.
That's why I don't listen to your music. Anyway, who was that?
That was Kendrick Lamar.
No, I don't like Kendrick Lamar anyway.
So by very
I gave
slim
him a
margin,
4.5.
maybe we'll
Wow.
put their shit together
I don't
against
like
each other
Kendrick
next
Lamar.
week in like a tournament type of thing. Oh, there go a chickadee.
There's
Two of them.
Like there's another one of them.
So we got what's his name? Guru barely beat Lil Peep. Neither one of them was bars you like very much. They got a 3.5. Then on the suicidal shit, you know, because you like Biggie and he's dead.
That's
you
my
gave him 5.
That's my favorite Biggie song ever written. Seriously.
No, I'm just playing. So yeah, rest in peace, Biggie. You know, as more time goes on, I actually appreciate Biggie more. So he got 5 bars, or I mean, he got 5, but then he had a 4.5 to Logic. Logic's right there with him. So, I mean, it's like if Biggie's the greatest, Logic's got to be like number 3.
No, that's not true. I just like the lyrics. I can write a poem like that.
And yeah, I did dig for some good Logic lyrics, I gotta admit. Budden, I had to throw some Budden battle shit
I
on
knew
there.
it was Budden.
But he names too much of battle, so when
I was gonna say Budden and I didn't want to sound stupid.
This was in response to everybody redoing that Kendrick, that Control joint. And I believe, and he even mentioned, I don't know, but I think it had something
just
to do
for
with
the
that.
record, Joey, if you ever fucking see this shit for some reason, I'll put you in a whole different caliber than Kendrick Lamar.
We podding right now. He's watching.
I fucking can't stand Kendrick Lamar, but I love you.
So last round. It's just lyrics. It's not like I'm not picking a topic or anything in this one. Hip hop poetic again, makes me content in my pen, glides without effort to sins, are repented at least till they committed again. Wouldn't be the first inconsistent, though persistent, artistic to win, but being referenced as one of the illest keeps me spilling realness till it's the shit that can win.
Okay, it's too many it's a lot of wordiness. Overdoing it wordy-wise, too.
Ooh.
It's a 3.
Damn! That's some shit I wrote yesterday in the bathroom, so...
Well, don't use that for anything.
Man,
Sorry.
You're just not a hip-hop head.
I don't like it. Don't use that for anything.
If you break it down, well, whatever. You know, whatever. I think the shit's cold, so that's a 3. Simplify your lyrics, people. You heard it here first.
I didn't say simplify your lyrics. That shit just gets irritating, and you're the first one to fucking say it gets irritating, so don't even start.
Every now and then I write like a backpacker. I mean, I started out...
I mean, at least you didn't say diabolical gynecologist or anything.
Thought about it. Yeah. No, but I mean, you know, on
the... What's your opinion on that fucking I almost can't even speak right now. Electronica, Jesus Christ.
Oh, it ain't later, it's now.
Album. And why do you feel that people disagree?
Trash. No, I'm not gonna call it trash.
I didn't listen to it, so I don't know.
It was super mediocre. I've noticed that people who are exalting it are people with similar spiritual beliefs and people who are like super fans of him. The average fan, and they're also like being condescending, like, if you don't understand the, you know, like if I would have said just now after you're like, oh, that shit's all right, and I'm like, you know, you don't get it. Like, that's what they're doing with this Electronica joint. If people are like, yo, I just wasn't really feeling it, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I had to listen a little harder if the mix wasn't great, you know, to understand the lyrical wizardry. That get the fuck out of here, man. God. I'm gonna say, like, I'm gonna just name a few points. I wanted to really like it and to be excited about it. I wasn't a part of the whole initial buzz with him, but like people I respect were really big on his project someday coming out. So I went back and listened. I was like, yeah, I like dude's wordplay. I like the way he thinks. I can vibe with his music. But this album, number one, how the fuck you on a major and your mix on your vocals is terrible? Every now and then I have some so-so mix on my shit, but it's like a mixtape or something, or it's a limited release, or, you know, I'm doing it at the crib. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, how you on a major, your number one, your vocal tracks are mixed poorly. You know there's a budget, Jay's on it, major producers are on it. You know you could have went in and redid that shit. I understand the thought process of like, oh, you know, I was in the moment then, that's how I want it reflected. But yo, everybody's saying like, oh, it's mixed to be gritty or whatever. No, there's a big difference with that. This was clearly mixed at a very low volume, like a home studio as a practice. Somebody said, let's put an album together. Well, I got this shit because you could tell when they tried to add volume to it, there had to have too much to it. That there was no EQ on it. You couldn't do any compression. You couldn't do any effects. But if you get past that, which I kind of did at first, even though I'm pointing it out, I got past it. I'm like, I'm listening to content. Lyrically, dude's nice, obviously. A lot of what he's talking about is Black Israelite Islam stuff. That's fine. Well, some of the bars are recycled from past shit, which also makes me think that this was practice shit. A lot of the stuff where he's telling a story or he's giving you some enlightenment and stuff like that feels like it's leading somewhere. It doesn't get anywhere. Jay's verse comes on and fucking kills the song. Like, I'm saying that Jay pretty much outdid him on every song on his album. That's 7 out of the 10 or whatever the fuck it is, 70%. Jay outdoes him. He don't come back with a third verse to get to the point he was getting to. Or, you know, to tell you why you should be listening, what all of this is about. Like, basically to get to the end of the story. Or he comes back and it's just like Jay killed it enough to where you don't care anymore. Or he just spits a lot of empty bars of good lyricism that aren't giving you anything. The beat selection was so-so for him. Some of the instrumentals were fucking great, but they just didn't fit what he was trying to do or say. It just felt like it was copy-pasted, which I seriously think a lot of this project was. And there's parts where the bars run over a little bit. It's like, oh, well, that's because he has a lot to say. No, I honestly think that it was pasted on something with a slightly different tempo or whatever. I wouldn't even care that Jay's on almost every song, but the fact that Jay shows you up on almost every song, the fact that a lot of the enlightening stuff you got on there doesn't come to a conclusion, or it doesn't fit the song, or it doesn't fit the beat, then there's not a lot of replay value. There's a couple tracks I'll go back to listen to and kind of, you know, feel the lyrics, and because I'm into lyricism, but I say a couple, and a couple is 2.
Yeah, in case you people weren't fucking aware.
A few
of
is
counting.
3 to like 7, and then several is 7 or more. A couple, like 2. I like what he was going for. It's just not a great album. There's not a lot to go back to, not a lot of replay value. The mix isn't great. It is what it is, man. I'm not clowning saying like, oh, it's a Jay-Z album. It's very nice of him to feature Jay Electronica on most of his shit. I don't think that way at all. But another problem that I had with it is, this might have been a big one to me because I'm big on MCs and what collaborating MCs offer on the track. Because I have to be, because I'm still doing that, like as a part of my career. I see that's a squirrel.
Big fat squirrel
right there. He's eating good. Yo, man, he's eating the bird seed I put out for the birds.
Oh, he's hungry too.
You should see him though, man. He's like going at it. Like his tail's, man, fuck him. That's
hey!
Go eat your squirrel food.
Squirrel food. Jesus.
But no, my issue with it is this, man. Like, Electronica's wheelhouse is, you know, kind of conscious, enlightened hip-hop, you know, with the Islam in it and everything like that. And Jay's outdoing you in conscious rap. Jay's not a conscious rapper. He's gotten more conscious, but it almost feels like Jay kind of used this as a stepping stone into more conscious rap, because he's been kind of heading that way. But no, seriously, when he's outdoing you like that, and I mean, it's cool that you're speaking a lot of Islam and stuff like that in the music. That's fine. But damn, man, you start like almost every track with it, where it's like, damn, okay, it's another Islam song. Even if it's not, people might turn that shit off because they're like, damn, dude, I just heard that in the last 3 songs. I want to hear something else, you know? But that's neither here nor there. That's barely a complaint. I'm just saying, like, all around, beats were good, but nobody can say they totally fit the project. Jay being on it was cool, but nobody can say that Jay hung with him. Jay Electronica hung with Jay-Z completely. Nobody can say that he gave a lot of versatility on topics. Nobody can say that mix is good, even if they want to bullshit themselves and say they did it on purpose. You know, that sort of thing. It's a super average project. Sorry, y'all. But y'all forget that there's a lot of really, I mean...
highly anticipated by a lot of people.
But supposedly he's doing another one with Lauryn Hill in like a month or 2.
Well, we shall
So,
see. Maybe
I mean,
it'll
maybe
redeem
this
itself.
was something where it's not like, oh, this is my album.
Mhm.
It's the more way people are doing things now, where it's like they do the equivalent of a mixtape. They call it an album, you know, and then after a few more of those, they end up dropping something that's fucking classic. So,
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I mean, our favorite artists have a lot more projects than we even realize.
Hell
Usually,
yeah, and a lot
it's
of them are
ridiculous.
really good.
Like I'll look up, you know,
A
so
lot
and
of them
so's
suck.
projects. I'm like, my guy dropped that. Like I never even saw that.
Mhm.
You know, so that's my thoughts on it. I mean, obviously, it's to each their own.
Right.
I was a little let down because I was like, oh, cool, another great new hip hop project that's actually going to get some attention.
Mhm.
It's going in the right direction with where we'd like hip hop to go. And I was just like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
You know, maybe somebody listening to the first time is going to be blown away. Just like a lot of people, they say will be turned off.
Well, we're all
Some might be
different.
blown away. Like my son might listen to it and be like, damn, man, this dude's good.
People probably think I'm like such a bitch and a hater and I don't know anything about hip hop and all this crap because I don't like Kendrick Lamar. I don't like Kendrick Lamar. It's like, oh, she's a fucking hater. It's like, no, I hate you probably, but I don't hate him. I just don't like his music.
Right. I mean, I don't disrespect it. I think
No,
it's all right.
I'm not a
Don't gotta
fan.
bump it, but please respect it.
Yeah,
That's where
I'm not a
with him.
fan, but that doesn't mean I think he's like garbage.
I give him his props and still say he's one of the greatest lyricists in the game, even though I don't listen to his music
Right.
hardly at all.
Yeah.
You know, it holds up skill wise. I just, you know,
People
I ain't
just
bumping
don't
it.
know how to accept people
Rather
not
bump
liking
Budden. I'm
something.
sorry.
All day,
I've noticed
every
that
day.
when I talk about Joe Budden being good, I get a lot of like feedback from people.
A lot of people have strong opinions
Best
about Joe
relationship
Budden.
rapper that ever existed.
Yes.
An amazing lyricist.
But a lot of you people don't even know a lot of his songs. Some of his
Skill wise,
great
I got dude in my
songs.
top like 20.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that. Ever.
And all you people
said
that are
that.
like recovering from drugs and shit, which is like a ton
Go
of
listen to some
a
Joe
vast
Budden.
majority of you, or you're all just still on fucking drugs because you're retarded. Yeah, listen to Joe Budden.
If you need laughs, listen to his podcast. I actually like his podcast a lot.
So, I guess this is kind of wrapping it up. What should people look forward to for this coming week?
Go download the mixtape, obviously.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free.
So you don't have to cry about having to pay 5 cents
song,
for
see
something.
if you like it, and download the rest. It gives you that option. But yeah, download it and share it.
It's good.
I think I'm helping to give a good look to some of this underground stuff and to Detroit artists specifically, because I've got a lot of people from other countries and other states that are supporting it a lot. And, you know, it's just more hashtag real rap back 2020. You know, just spread the word on that. But I will be doing a Griselda joint this Friday. Benny's got a new song. I really like the beat. I feel like he fucking annihilated this beat. So it's a challenge for me. I'm not saying it's a fucking contest, but I'm saying that I'm going to put some really good bars down on this instrumental. It's on Benny's new joint. We're going to be going out of town as long as coronavirus. I'm not going to get into it, man, but y'all are being a little too quick to follow and not look at statistics. And
this is going to send us into another hour, so we can't.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. You can inbox me or comment or whatever. We can talk about it. But, yeah, April, the weekend of April 3rd, we're going down to Fort Wayne, Indiana. We're starting this open mic thing where we're just going to hit a different city on every weekend that I have off and just rock a set, give some stuff away, you know, that sort of thing, spread the word. And we've already gotten really good reception from people in Fort Wayne. Shout out to those cats. I'll have to give names later because it was like I mass messaged a few people, and a few of those that are really kind of at the top of their scene, like hit me back, super humble, really cool. A couple venues too. So we're going to Fort Wayne, Indiana the weekend of the 3rd, as long as we're able to. They're able to have events. We're going to rock a set that includes stuff from the Rockefeller mixtape. And I'm bringing C Skills with me, who's a beast of a battle rapper. Y'all might have heard him on a song that I did, like on the side of my solo shit. But I'm going to take him around as kind of like my prize fighter. I'm too old for that battle shit, so I'm going to let the young cat do it and hone his skills. So we doing it, you know, kind of the old school way, going from place to place, showing what we can do, showing love to their artists, you know, collaborating with them, hopefully. So, but yeah, be on the lookout for, we're going to post it's going to become a big part of Minivan Musician, where the footage of these venues and things that happen is going to go on to Minivan Musician. So this is where it becomes like a docuseries, like a fucking reality show. You know, you might see dead venues, you might see a fight, you might see just a really good set. You know, we're going to put all that out there. But leading up to that, this week I've just got, like I said, a kind of a special Griselda freestyle. I may put, some more snippets from the mixtape up. It's just on YouTube, they're giving me a hard time with it. And I'm going to be a part of another project too, but we'll get into that next week. But that's really about it. I'm going to get to work while it's still open and in existence. And go from there.
That'll wrap that episode up. I fucking hate all of you still. Have a great day.